In the divided times of 2017, there's one thing that we can talk about that we all can agree on, and that is the simple fact that cheese is good. Cheese is a good thing. Everybody in this world loves a good cheese, right? Different types of cheese. That's coffee cream, and that's not cheese. But cheese is one of those things. It's a euphemism for money. It's a euphemism for many things, but it also tastes great on a sandwich, a good Havarti or a good, Munster or Gruyere. But this cheese is a little bit different. Today we're talking about Get the Cheese from Stronghold Games. That's right, micro intro from Micro Game. Number 2 in the micro line. Let's look right now at Get the Cheese. What is it? How does it play? And why you need to buy it. Yep, spoiler, told you ahead of time. Get it. I know it's the carpet. Some of you are thinking, Brian, why are you shooting on the carpet? Because my 3-year-old's asleep and Carla said I can't dominate the living room or the kitchen while she's watching Call the Midwife instead of shooting. So here it is, the magic room as it's called. You've seen it. Anyway, setup looks like this. Start the game with a circle of cheese that's actually really hard to get straight like the instructions. In the amount of people playing, so 3-player, 4-player, 5-player, it shows you how many to put out there. This is a 3-player game, so there's 6 pieces of cheese put out there. Everyone gets their player colored deck of cards, so we're using yellow for this. In it you have rats, big rats, I'm sorry, they're mice, apologize. Mice here, big mice here, and then there's a king mice there. And then you also have this symbol, which means place face down. You have a cat. You also have a dog and another cat. The other cat says place face down, so it's a secret cat. This is a regular dog. That is what your hand consists of. You say, how do you play? Well, you simply do 2 things. You draw 3 cards to start the game, and then you can either play all 3 of your cards or draw 3 more cards. You just can't have a player hand bigger than 6. So how this works is you play your first card that you want to play face down. So let's just say we're playing this mouse right here. We'll play him here. You'll then play the other 2 face up. Now that was an unfortunate play because of what these cards do. Now mice just get the cheese based on the amount of cheese that's fed here. This is not points. This is the amount of mice that this cheese will feed. What happens is all the cards get laid out something like this. Effectively like this. Basically you continue doing that until everyone has played all their cards. Then you, one at a time per cheese, resolve the cards. And what that means is you take the cards and look at them. I'll show you with another color here because certain colors do, or certain cards do certain things. For instance, rats, mice, they just get the cheese, but they get the points listed on them. So a regular mouse gets 1 point. The way that works is if you flip this over, well, when I say flip it over, I mean you keep the order, but you make sure that everything is face up. Keep the order that it's resolved in, or keep the order in the order of the cheese from where it was played. So in this example here, dogs will chase away cats. They resolve first. Dogs can chase away a cat up or down in the cards. There is no cat there, so this just kind of fizzles, doesn't do anything. Mice eat the cheese that is allowed to them based on the number here. So this feeds 3 mice. This will feed 1, 2, 3 mice. The way it works is if your mice gets fed, you get these cards over to your storing pile, whoever's color you are, and you score them at the end of the game. King mice, I think there's one out here somewhere. I know I laid them out. King mice do something very different. They run to the front of the line because they are the kings. See? So even if they're the very last card when it resolves, they will run all the way up to the front and be first in line to get fed. That doesn't do anything as far as giving extra points because they're still only worth 1 point. It just ensures that you have a better chance of getting fed by that cheese. Now cats, what they do, let's see, we have one right here somewhere. So cats work like this. They will chase away anything 3 spaces in front of them. When I say spaces, of course, I mean numbers of cards. So if you flip this card up and you'll resolve it, there's a cat, it will chase away these 3 mice. The person who owns the cat scores these cards, so they will effectively eat the mice. The cat is then scored if a dog chases it away. So let's just say we had our dog earlier. If the dog chases a cat away by going up or down onto it, the dog owner gets the cat. Now these are worth 3 points. And that's it. You score the points, count up points at the end of the game, and that's how the game works. You just resolve everything. So it's not quite programming. In a sense it is, but it's not quite like the same as programming out a turn and then playing another turn. It's just kind of you play the whole game out there and then see how you did. One thing I forgot to mention, when you do play cards, you can't just skip around. If you play here face down first, you then have to play the next two in clockwise order. That's one thing to keep in mind. And that's it. That's the whole game. So that's Get the Cheese. I mean, honestly, that's it. That's all there is to it. It's a quick, you lay out your cards and then you resolve them. Here's the thing. I hate programming games. This is not a programming game. It's a kind of an action resolution sort of thing, and I absolutely love this game. This game is great. It's simple, it's quick. If you look at kind of the reviews I do and you look at the game collection in the background of a lot of the videos, this is not what you expect when you see the things I would like. But Get the Cheese is an absolutely fantastic game from Stronghold because it takes some strategy, it takes some thinking, it takes some planning, and I love the idea of placing one face up or one face down and the other two face up, because then you can kind of guess ahead. Really great game, Get the Cheese. It plays very fast. If you're looking for that thing to squeeze in between these large, big games, this is the one to do it. Get the Cheese, Stronghold Games, such a fun game. Super fast, super fun. A lot of thinking involved in this little game, but it plays very fast. You can replay it over and over and over again. Great game, just fun stuff. Stronghold, yet again. That was like a baseball reference, like grand slam, home run, whatever. Anyway, for more videos, check out the latest retro. I'll see you next time.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.